All right, gentlemen. We got full waistband on both sides, gentlemen. All right, you got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
So a big night for Vergil Ortiz Jr., the big fight with Tim Tszyu in August, hanging in the balance. If he wants that, he's got to go through an old friend in Thomas Dulorme, the former world title challenger, trying to hang on to his career and his relevance now at 154.
Tom, you ready?
There's no friends in boxing, Corey. Strictly business. Friends by day, enemies by night.
Round one underway, and Vergil Ortiz is all business all the time. So I'm stopping Frederick Lawson in the opening round, albeit a controversial stoppage, but that's part of the story too, Chris, is that as much as we're thinking about that fight down the road, Vergil Ortiz has had, what, one round in a handful of years?
Yeah, he said coming into this fight, he would love nothing more than to get some rounds. Now, I think members of his team would probably disagree. With a huge fight against Tim Tszyu in the offing, they'd probably like to get this done sooner rather than later, but Vergil understands there's some ring rust that's attached to him right now, and the only way to get rid of it is to get some rounds in.
Absolutely, and you get those up, but just little by little, not going for the knockout, just start getting those cobwebs off with the jab, pushing your opponent back. Don't load up on your shots too early.
Dulorme firing that right hand over the top, blocked by Ortiz. One thing that Ortiz said he remembered about some of those sparring sessions, of course, Dulorme thought they went his way, but Ortiz specifically remembered a sequence where he said he rocked him with 7 straight jabs.
Yeah, Dulorme told us that in those sparring sessions that Vergil doesn't like going backwards. That's normally the case with big punchers. They don't fight as well going backwards than they do forwards, but it's easier said than done. Vergil Ortiz has to respect you in order for him to start backing up.
Just missed with that left hand, Ortiz.
Ortiz is the type of guy, and we've seen it before, he can hurt you and drop you with jabs. It's just a battering ram of a jab once he starts letting it go with full force. Ortiz doesn't waste punches. He makes that ring smaller and smaller just with presence, with that pressure. And then once he unleashes with those combinations, it's not only devastating, but it's intimidating to go forward.
Let him go, let him go. All right, stop.
Yeah, it's
no
the
punch,
power,
no
it's the pressure. And, you don't always think about this when it comes to pressure fighters, power punchers. It's foot speed. It's walking opponents down the way that Ortiz does as he just misses over the top of that right hand.
Thomas, let him go. Stop.
I wouldn't go as far as say foot speed. It's foot timing that Ortiz has. He knows how to, punch when he's at range. He doesn't waste punches when he's out of range. So that's
good shot to the body, and Thomas Dulorme rolling around in a heap.
Way too early. Dulorme's not getting up. He is not getting up.
And you could see the look on Vergil Ortiz's face when he landed that punch. He knew exactly what he hit him with.
Why do you gotta hit so hard is what referee Thomas Taylor tells Vergil Ortiz Jr. Listen, we don't get paid for overtime, so Vergil Ortiz got it done quick. Just a beautiful shot. Right, you can see him trying to set up that shot right around the elbow. It wasn't even a clean shot. That's how hard Ortiz punches. It was right around the elbow, caught him right on the bottom of that. It was just way too early to get hit with clean shots like that by a devastating puncher in Ortiz Jr., but Dulorme, credit to him, he can take it upstairs. He's been in there with the biggest names, but this young kid has dynamite in both fists.
Yeah, and we always say, with headshot knockouts, Sergio, when you see a guy go down face first, that's generally an indication he's not going to get up. With a body shot, if you see a guy in the fetal position, they're definitely not getting back up to their feet. Dulorme was in agony after that shot.
It's rare. It's a rarity, Corey, for a fighter to get up from a body shot that early when they cringe up like that. They're in pain. They're in devastating pain. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of heart. Thomas Dulorme refused to get up.